So as I was telling you about that, this is the whole well. The immediate casing is this casting over here. So we put the casting, then comes the tubing makes the, then comes the, we put the conductor, sorry, we put the conductor first, and then there comes the tubing. This tubing is highly compacted. I mean, we put the cemented or the mud layer against this tubing so that it does not sling or it does not lean towards any direction. It should be straight up. And then here is the reservoir where you have the oil and gas and everything that actually when you drill inside, so it comes out of this. Okay, the next one slide that I am going to show is that I have already told you about these four things, that it can be free flow, it can be an artificial lift, it can be a gas lift, or it can be a plunger lift. The free flow or the natural flow, that I have already told you that the reservoir is having so much pressure that you don't need to give any uh, artificial force over there to get the oil and gas out of the reservoir. In the artificial lift or the gas lift, both are the same. In the artificial lift, the same water injection is working over there. Then comes the gas lift. In the gas lift we add up the gas. In the plunger lift, so we add up the submersible pump. Those are the plunger kind of pumps, and they create a pressure over there. So if you see here, this is the electrical submersible pump that has been submerged inside the well, and it pushes the oil or the gas out of the reservoir. This is known as the ESP system, that is electrical submersible pump system, ESP. These kind of sucker pumps you probably have seen in the different oil and gas videos. These are mostly used in the onshore facilities. So the onshore facilities will be using these sucker pump, in which the motor is there. This is the beam based on this weight. So it is basically a simple kind of you sucking out the water out of the, it is simply the hose pump. You just pull it up and down, so it will go down, it will lift some of the oil or gas, and when it will come up, so it will drain that one out. So basically this line will goes inside, so it will carry over the oil or the fluid that is inside the reservoir, and when it will come up, it will drop it down from this discharge point. In the next slide, so this is that how the production is segregated. So this is the onshore facilities. So then you have the offshore facilities. So offshore facilities are divided based on the surfaces. So one is the shallow water complex. Shallow waters are approximately that we dig it up to the 100,000 meters. So not more than 100,000 meter. Up to the 100,000 meter, it is known as the shallow water complex. So if you go beyond that, that is a deep sea drilling. Then comes the gravity based drilling, then comes the compliant towers, then the floating production. Floating production is mostly used for the LNG products or the LNG materials, the liquefied natural gas. Then comes the FPS, so the floating system again, the tension leg platform. These are the types of the floating production. Then comes the semi-submersible platform, spar, and the subsea production system. So sometimes we have the subsea production system. If you see in the next slide, so here the different kind of offshore structures have been divided. So the first one we are having is the conventional fixed platform. So these are the fixed platforms. In this red part is known as the jacket. The jacket has been properly sat down on the surface available inside the sea. So it is actually standing on that surface, and